All right. So welcome back, YouTube. Thanks for joining. Before we start, let's just ask for blessings. So put your hands over your heart. To the divine supreme God, divine Father, divine Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my spiritual teacher, Master Choa Kaksui, the Lord Mahaguru Jumiling, to Mother Earth, to our higher souls, our divine selves, we humbly ask for your divine blessings, love, kindness, compassion, for divine illumination, divine oneness, abundance of prosperity, inner healing and physical healing, for the inner strength to continue their spiritual practices, for divine assistance, divine compassionate purifying light, divine soothing healing energies, divine guidance, divine protection. Thank you, thank you, thank you, with thanks and a full faith, with gratitude, respect, and so much love. Thank you. So be it. Okay, so some of the people on the call I was chatting with before I started this recording, I think I'm clipping here on the recording, so just turn it down a tiny bit. Should hopefully be better. Okay, so some of the people on this recording were talking about feeling anxious, feeling worry, also mentioning things like, and please feel free to type in the chat or let me know if I miss anything here, but talking about how sometimes when we've kind of gotten used to a certain pattern or certain way of living or whatever it might be, it can take a lot of effort or energy to kind of shift out of that or move out of that. Almost like we're like having to use our will to like push through and be like, okay, I need to get to this other side of whatever. And right now I'm over here, and it's like almost like moving a giant boulder, trying to push it over. So I think that many people, myself included, go through these kinds of troubles. Just very quickly, like for myself, I've experienced and lived with a lot of anxiety in my life. It used to be so bad, probably over 10 years ago at this point, it used to be so bad that I would have trouble looking people in the eyes without having panic attacks. I would have to look at people's feet and I'd just be shaking constantly because I'd be so terrified, so anxious about whatever is happening. And it took a lot of effort, a lot of trial and error to move through that. And I think I've learned like a couple things about how to help move through that. I mean, I can look at people, I can look at the camera, look at people on here, and I can talk without freaking out or having a panic attack now. And some of the techniques, some of the ways of thinking, the mindset I think that I want to share with you might be helpful for you. So one of the first things that I want to address is that when it comes to, we'll start here. So when it comes to anxiety, one of the first things to understand about anxiety is that it's a very logical emotion. So much of the time with anxiety or worry or all these things, what it's trying to do is it's trying to protect you. That's really kind of the base of it. How can I protect you from the unknown, from whatever might happen? And a lot of the times when we feel overwhelmed by anxiety, it's because we don't know what's in there, because essentially like it is, it's like the unknown. So what could possibly happen? I have no idea. And then you kind of go into this fight or flight state, and then go, I have no idea. And then that's where the panic, the anxiety starts to come up, and you freak out. And for me is like, it will often cause me to freeze and just be like, kind of stare off and be like, I don't know what to do here. Other people, it might feel like I run away, like, okay, I'm going to run away from this situation. I'm going to try to escape it. I feel scared. I feel anxious. So I'm going to just put arm's length and just dip out. Other people might respond to it and be aggressive and like kind of fight it. Like, okay, like how can I fight this situation? Take it on head on. There's just some ways that it shows up for people. And underneath, it's just like, I don't know what's happening. I'm afraid. I feel anxious. It's like a natural thing. Every single one of us experiences this to some level. And I think it's helpful for us to at least begin to wrap our minds around what is actually happening. How can we move through this? So again, when it comes to anxiety, one of the most helpful things that I have found, especially when you're feeling like overwhelm or panic or like, I don't know what's going on, or I feel so anxious, whatever it is, one of the most helpful things is to pause. And if you're in the situation, there's a little bit different, but let's say you're out of the situation. We'll start there first. Pause and write down, what am I actually afraid of happening? And you might find like, oh, actually don't know. I don't know what I'm afraid of. I just feel this. And in that case, it's like start to try to guess, like, what could I be afraid of? Like using myself as an example, for me, it was like, I'm afraid that if I walk up to some person, I look at them and they see me, they're going to attack me. Like everyone. And then I think about that, like, does that make sense? Would that actually be true? Maybe for some people, but I would say it's probably, depending on where you live, it's most likely very rare. No one's just going to randomly just attack you just for looking at them. And then it's like, okay, well, like, let's move beyond that. So like, if I say hi, if I say like, I like your shirt or something like that. And then again, that anxiety for me, this is talking through my own experience, it's like the anxiety for me would come up and be like, if I say hi to them, they're going to pick up on something and just throw a hook at me, or they're going to pull a gun out, or whatever it is, something crazy like that. And it's like, maybe there's a very small chance of that happening with certain individuals, but it's like, for the majority of people, that doesn't make any sense. Why would somebody do that? There's almost no reason why someone would just attack you for no reason. So just by going through that exercise and going like, this doesn't make sense, this is a super low probability or maybe no probability that this would even happen, just understanding that will reduce the anxiety by a lot. So by going through and writing out, what am I afraid is going to happen? Okay, does it make sense? Maybe, maybe not. And then just acknowledging it and saying, thank you for showing me. You can acknowledge, like, so this kind of comes to like inner child work, for those of you who are familiar with that. Inner child work meaning that like we all have like our inner child version of us, this version of us from when we were a kid. And a lot of the times anxiety will kind of come from that. It's like this little kid afraid of like the unknown, like what's going on, how can I protect myself? And some version of you inside of you is trying to protect you. So acknowledging it, thanking it, saying thank you for trying to protect me. This is where I'm going now. This is the decision I'm making. This is how I'm going to move forward now. And just by simply acknowledging it, saying, okay, I hear you, thank you, this is what I'm doing now. A lot of the times, I think for most people, the anxiety will either massively reduce or completely go away. Because again, like in a lot of cases for anxiety, it's trying to protect you from something. And yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. And if anyone on the call, if you have any questions about any of this, like you can feel free to like either speak up or type in the chat. Just let me know if there's something that you're curious about or you're wanting to understand. Okay, so that's the first part of the exercise. Write down all the things that maybe could go wrong. Write it all down on paper. Try to assess it, understand it. Does this make sense? Then, what I would recommend at that point, you can look at the piece of paper, and this is kind of a, we'll just say modification on a certain technique. I can't share the technique, unfortunately, but we'll just say this is a good way to do it. So what you can do, Once you have all that stuff written down on paper, here's all the things I'm afraid of happening. I'm afraid of someone punching me because I said hello, or whatever it is, et cetera, all the way till it feels exhausted, like an exhaustive list. Then you take the paper and you destroy it. You rip it up. You say, this isn't me. You can even take it. You can energetically cut the cord between you and the piece of paper, rip the paper up, destroy it, burn it, put it in the trash, whatever. Just completely destroy it, get rid of it. Then on another piece of paper, write down what could go right. If I do these certain actions, what could go well? What if everything that I wanted just happened? What are the positives out of me taking these certain actions, saying these certain things, thinking these certain things? What are the positive things that could happen? And again, assess it, understand it. Does this make sense? And then just like, okay, like maybe there's like, within that, maybe there's like a goal. Maybe there's something that you really want to manifest or materialize. And then within there, you go, okay, like this is something I really want to happen. And that goes into manifestation, materialization, which I'm not going to get super deep into, but to kind of briefly talk about that, essentially what you do with that is you understand what you want, then you think about why you want it. What are the reasons why you want this thing? And then how can I achieve this? How can I create this in my life? So like a very simple example would be like, for me, I want to be in shape. I want to have less body fat. I want to be more fit. What's the reason? What's my why? For me, my why is to continually become a better healer and a better channel so that I can be of more service to all the people that I'm helping. If I allow myself to get fat, get out of shape, or whatever it is, that means that I can't serve other people as well as I could. So it doesn't really line up with my own soul mission. So that is one of my whys. And then the how, I think all of us know at least some level of how to do health and fitness. Like, okay, I need to work out a certain times a week, certain times for a certain amount. I need to do cardio, need to lift weights, do strength training. I also need to make sure I'm eating right, not overeating, not undereating, eating proper foods like veggies, fruit, those kinds of things. And then I will move myself towards getting in shape. So boom, 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 that's the steps. So that is a super crash course on how to materialize what you want. What can I think? What do I want? Why do I want it? How do I do it? How can I start taking action right now to move myself towards that? And then yeah, I can share that. So the other thing, just very briefly, this is something my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, has taught. Also my other teacher, Master Ko, has taught. You want to utilize the law of karma in your favor. So the law of karma, whether you believe it or not, it's a real thing. You can go test it out if you want. What it basically says is that everything that we put out, thoughts, words, actions, everything we put out will be amplified and sent back to us. So if I am really verbally mean to people, or if I'm always gossiping or angry, eventually, over time, you'll find that you'll be surrounded by those same types of people. You'll probably attract and be surrounded by people who are also gossiping, angry, verbally mean. So that is the law of karma at play. But it's not just the negative, it's also the positive. So if I want to be loving to people, this is an exercise I would actually encourage all of you to do. Just go outside and maybe pick 5 people for the day and just give them a compliment. It can either be your friends, strangers, whoever. Just give them a compliment, say something nice to them. And then do that every day for maybe a week or 2 weeks, and then see what happens. And you'll probably find that if you continue to do that over time, that people will really enjoy being around you. They'll love it. They'll enjoy your presence because you're sharing something, you're being kind to them, you're being loving to them, and that will come back to you in the form of people enjoying being around you, people liking you, that kind of thing. So looking for the good in people. And that's really something to also be aware of. To side tangent again, every single one of us has good qualities and bad qualities. If you want to build a proper relationship with someone, focus on the good qualities, acknowledge the bad qualities, and forget it. Okay, this is something bad. Is this something that I can tolerate? Is this something that I want to be around? Okay. And then focus on the good. So it's I'm trying to think about a way to talk about this without diving into a huge thing. But basically, the more that you try to focus on the good qualities, the more that will kind of be cultivated and come out of the person. So for example, if someone makes a mistake, we've probably all experienced this. You make a mistake and then someone takes a magnifying glass, zooms way in and say, you always are so terrible, you're blah, 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 you always make mistakes. And that will kind of pile on to them repeating that mistake. Versus maybe saying something a little more gently, hey, I notice you made this mistake. How can I help you to move through this, whatever it is? And then in your mind, foreseeing them and thinking about them, overcoming whatever that challenge is, moving through it, thinking you can make it, you can do it. And maybe even verbally saying that to them, I know you can get through this, you can make it through. And really trying to be a more positive influence on the person versus a negative influence. Because again, there's certain energies, we're either sending negative energies or positive energies to the person. If we send negative energies, that will go onto their aura, maybe they'll absorb it in some way, and it will also reflect back to us in the form of either them being that same way to us or other people around us also doing that same thing to us. Okay, any questions from anyone on the call? Okay, so one of the other things to understand that I just want to share about, and then we will get into the healing part of the ceremony today. A lot of the times, I think this is true for every single one of us, we grow up with maybe certain beliefs, maybe certain thoughts, emotions, whatever it is. And these things might have been something we created. They might have been given to us either by our parents or society, anyone around us. And maybe we took that on and we kind of fed that energy. So let's make this a little more clear so you can feel it. So what I want you to do is just rub your hands together. Do this with your hands, just kind of stretching the hands out. This will be sensitizing the hands so we can feel energy. Rotate them to the right. Rotate them to the left. Maybe do this with the arms. This is just to open up the channel so we can feel energy a little bit better. Okay, now press the insides of the palms. Shake it out. Now with the hands, facing towards each other. Just be aware of the space in between your hands. Just gently breathe in. Be aware of the space. Gently breathe out. Gently breathe in. Be aware of the space. Gently breathe out. Gently breathe in. Gently breathe out. Gently breathe in. Gently breathe out. And just very gently move the hands closer. Feel the sensations on your palms. Move the hands apart. Just see if you can feel any kind of changes in the sensations in your hand when they come closer, and any changes in sensation when they come apart. For most people, what they might feel is when they come closer together, they'll feel almost like they're like pressing on like magnets, or maybe a pressure, maybe a tingly sensation. Maybe as they come apart, maybe they might even feel heat when it's closer together. When they come apart, it's almost like you're letting go of a balloon almost. Maybe the hands will cool off in a certain way, less pressure, these sorts of things. Okay, so you can just do this and shake the hands out. Now, hold the hands like this and look at your right hand. Verbally say the word anger 5 times. So looking at the right hand, anger, 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 anger. Then look at the left hand. Verbally say the word love 5 times. Love, 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 love. Now just compare the 2 hands. What are you feeling in the palms of your hands, the sensations in your hands? What do you notice when you compare the right and the left hand? For most people, what they will notice, what I hear from others, the right hand will often feel heavier, maybe prickly, warm, hot, like uncomfortable in a way. The left hand will feel cooler, or maybe warm and gooey, lighter, more loving kind of feeling sensation. So now follow me and say, disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. Shake it out. Just hold the hands like this. Are those sensations still present? No, right? Okay. So the reason I wanted to show you this is so you can understand at a deeper level, an energy level, what is going on. So when we experience certain things in life that we've maybe grown up with for a long time, again, like either we created it, it was given to us by our parents, society, people around us, we accepted it, we kind of brought that idea and we believed it in some way. All of those things, we call them thought forms in pranic healing. Thought forms is just a combination of emotions and thoughts kind of melded together into one thing. All of those things are either floating around in the aura or they're stored somewhere in the body. So usually like certain organs will hold certain emotions. So for example, the liver tends to hold and store a lot of anger, resentment, hatred. The stomach will be anxiety, fears, things like that. Like if you ever felt like the butterfly sensation, if you're looking at someone like you have a crush on or something like that, you might feel like, oh, there's butterflies in my stomach. That's the anxiety that's being created in your stomach, the fear. Like, oh, what is this kind of thing? Negative self-talk, worry will also be in the throat. If you don't express yourself, or you hold back what you want to say, that will also show up in the throat. The kidneys will also hold a lot of fear. So a lot of organs will hold certain things. The lungs will also hold grief, for example. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is that as these things are fed over time, and the way that we feed them is that we think about them, we react to them, we act on them. So if we're experiencing anger, constantly refeeding that, allowing that anger to grow and grow without releasing it or doing something about it, that thought form will grow and grow and grow. And then, just kind of using anger as an example, it will grow and grow and grow until the liver can't hold it anymore. And then it will spread out to different parts of the body to kind of continue holding it. Because, again, we're not releasing it in this case, and I think most of us experience this. It will grow and it will expand. It will go to different parts of the body. Maybe it'll go to like the stomach. Maybe it'll go up to the throat. Usually, a lot of emotional things aren't just in one spot. To be a little more accurate, it's solar plexus, the throat, the ajna, which is right here between the eyebrows, the crown, the forehead. All these spots can be affected by emotional stuff, even the back solar plexus, which is where the mid-back is. But just to kind of simplify it a little bit, it does spread out from there. And as you continue to hold on to it, especially if it's a negative emotion like anger, it will eventually cause problems in the body. It might cause physical things, physical disease, maybe pains. Maybe you'll experience back pain. So a lot of the times people who have a lot of resentment, for example, they'll have maybe mid-back pain or low back pain. And energetically, if you look at somebody, you can feel like the back of their aura. For pranic healers who know how to feel or scan energy, you'll notice like, okay, the back, I'll go like this so the camera can see it. The back will be kind of flat, straight, and then it'll have this huge bulge where the back solar plexus is, and then like another bulge where the lower chakra, the Ming chakra is. And that huge bulge is usually a lot of built up anger, resentment, any number of emotions that might be just kind of stored in there. The back solar plexus is usually unconscious emotions that are sitting in that spot. As you continue to not release it, it then, which I don't know the reason, could be gravity, I don't know exactly, but it will just kind of fall down to the lower chakras, the Ming, the basic, and Ming, I know this is probably like a new concept for some of you who've only aware of like the 7 chakras, but there's actually more than 7 chakras, major chakras. There's at least 11 major chakras, the Ming being the gate of life. Acupuncturists will know about this. That chakra has control over the blood pressure. So if it's really congested, filled up with a bunch of stuff, it can tend to spike the blood pressure. So that's why like certain people who get really mad or really angry, you'll notice, you might have heard this from doctors or other people, their blood pressure will go up when they're really pissed off. Because it's like, it's like coming out, and then it just affects that whole area. So, okay. So the reason why I'm talking about this is someone on the call mentioned like it's difficult to move through things that have been around for a long time and kind of shift into a new mindset. So one way to do that is you go to like talk therapy, you go to certain whatever, and you talk it through and you figure out like, okay, like here's the thing, let me move over to this. The shortcut is to use energy. You first understand, break it down. What is it I need to learn through this? What is it I need to understand or learn about this situation that I'm in? And then you use energy to disintegrate, extract, pull out all that junk, release it all, and then install or program or put in the good stuff you want. So like if it's anger, I scoop out, I release, I disintegrate, I let go of all the anger, I throw it away, I forgive, I let go. Certain techniques that you can follow if you look up on YouTube, Forgiveness Technique, Master Co, or if you look on my channel, I think there's a few times where I do this too. Forgiveness technique, go through that, let it go, let the anger go, and then think about the positives, bring in the love, bring in the happy feelings, the joy, the happiness, the bliss, all these different things. And initially, it's like you have this big, as my teacher calls it, this big fish of anger. And then you try to create this new thing, which is a little fish of love and happiness and whatever. If all you do is you just try to create the positive and you have this giant thing of negativity and sitting in the body, what will happen energetically is it will just eat the new fish, the little fish. So you go, okay, I want to feel love. I want to feel great. And then something behind you says, nuh-uh, and then eats it. It's like the same thing with like affirmations. Like you look yourself in the mirror and you'll say like, I'm amazing, I'm great, I'm XYZ, whatever it is. And then there's that voice in the back of your head that says, nuh-uh, no, you're not, whatever it's saying. And then that's how it's kind of manifesting, is like eating the positive stuff you're trying to create in that moment. So again, the answer is usually, which is really like, if you break down pranic healing, it's how we do everything. It's cleansing and then energizing. We cleanse, we disintegrate all the negative stuff, and then energize with the stuff that we want. Take out the negative, put in the positive. Take out the negative, release it, learn from it, put in the positive. Okay. How's everyone doing? Okay, thumbs up. I see a thumbs up. Okay. All right. I think that was probably enough talking. I think we can move on to the sound and pranic healing. So, a couple things to be aware of. Throughout the sound and pranic healing ceremony, the sound and pranic healing, whatever, the healing, many different things may or may not come up. You might feel hot, you might feel cold, you might start to sweat, you might feel the need to laugh, cry, scream. You might notice certain parts of your body will shake. All of these things are just symptoms of energy release. It's a totally normal thing. So, like, if you notice any of this stuff, like, don't freak out. It's totally natural. It's totally normal. And one of the most important things to be aware of, or to, I would say, suggest to do, is if you notice any kind of sensations coming up, any emotions, any thoughts, silently say to yourself, I allow, and then whatever it is. So if it's an emotion, I allow this emotion. If it's like a tension or some kind of pain, I allow this tension, I allow this pain. If it's a bunch of thoughts, I allow the thoughts. I allow all the thinking mind. I allow the chatter. I allow. And for most people, just by simply saying, I allow, and then the thing, it gives you permission to experience it and simultaneously relax and then let it go. It's a natural tendency for most people when they experience something that's uncomfortable to kind of tense up or kind of trying to protect themselves in some way. When you do that, when you allow the body to stay tensed, what ends up happening is you hold in whatever is trying to be released. So maybe some of it will be released, but a lot of it will kind of stay in the body. Versus if you relax, you go, oh, it's okay. It's okay to feel this. I let this go. I let this go. I allow and I let this go. More of it will then be released from the body, and you'll be relieved to a certain extent of whatever pain, suffering you're experiencing is. Okay. think that's good. So if you would like to lay down or sit down, just get comfortable, get relaxed, and we will start in just a moment. Okay, just inviting you to close the eyes. We'll do a couple slow, deep breaths together. So breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. One last one, in through the nose, and letting it go. Allowing the breath to return to normal with the eyes still closed. I want you to imagine, sense, feel, or see this violet light is washing over your entire body. And this violet light, this light violet light, is entering into every part of your being, saturating the blood, the bones, all the organs, every cell in your body is saturated in violet light. And just allowing, relaxing, and letting go. We thank you. It's inviting the Divine Supreme God, all the higher beings, to move in closer and work on everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so be it. Be aware of a brilliant light floating just above your head. Put your complete awareness on that brilliant light. Be aware of the stillness in that brilliant light. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. Gently, gently coming back to the body. Gently coming back, remaining still and aware. We'll go a little deeper with the cleansing. So just being aware of the top of your head, being aware of the crown chakra, silently or mentally repeating after me. I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the divine blessings, divine healing energies. I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the divine blessings, divine healing energies. I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the divine healing energies. On all levels. Thank you. So just be aware of your crown, the top of your head. You don't have to do anything. Just silently follow along. Just be aware of the top of your head. The divine energy is coming down, 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 down. It's coming down, down, down. And this super bright white light with a tinge of violet is coming down. This electric violet light is coming down and entering into your crown chakra, the top of your head. Silently say, my crown chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. The brilliant divine energy is coming down, 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 and entering into your Ajna chakra, the place between the eyebrows. Silently say, my Ajna chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Be aware of your throat. The brilliant electric violet light is entering into your throat chakra. Silently say, my throat chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Be aware of the back heart chakra where the upper back is located. The brilliant electric violet light is entering into your back heart chakra. Silently say, my back heart chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. The brilliant electric violet light is also cleansing your front heart chakra, so be it. Now be aware of the front solar plexus chakra, the place between the ribs. Silently say, my front solar plexus chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now be aware of the back, the mid-back, where the back solar plexus is located. Silently say, my back solar plexus chakra is filled with brilliant electric violet light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now for the lower chakras, we'll use luminous white light instead of brilliant electric violet. So being aware of the navel chakra, the place where the belly button is located, silently say, my navel chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now be aware of the pubic bone, the sex chakra. Silently say, my sex chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now be aware of the base of your spine where the basic chakra is located. Silently say, my basic chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now be aware of the bottom of your feet, the soul chakras. Silently say, my soul chakras are filled with luminous white light. They are cleansed, energized, and they are healthy. So be it. Just be still, be aware. Just still working on you. Some of you are still expelling. Any remaining negative energies in your crown chakra, forehead, ajna, backhead chakra, all being disintegrated, extracted, expelled in the nearest violet flame salt water to you now. Your left, right jaw chakra, throat chakra, secondary throat chakra are being cleansed. All negative energy disintegrated, extracted, expelled properly into the nearest violet flame salt water. Front, back, heart chakras are being cleansed, gently being cleansed. All negative energy being extracted or properly disposed of in the nearest violet flame salt water. The shoulders, arms, forearms, hands, and fingers. The hand chakras are being cleansed. The front, back, solar plexus chakras are being deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies. All negative energies being disintegrated, extracted, expelled, properly disposed of in the nearest violet flame salt water. This front, back, spleen chakras are being gently cleansed. The kidneys are being cleansed. All negative energies extracted, expelled properly into the nearest violet flame salt water. The navel chakra, secondary navel chakras are being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. All negative energy extracted, expelled properly in the nearest violet flame salt water. The sex chakra, the reproductive organs are being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. All negative energies being extracted, expelled properly into the nearest violet flame salt water. The perineum is being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. The Ming chakra, the basic chakra, all being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. All negative energies extracted, expelled properly into the nearest salt water, violet flame. Now, so be it. Your hips are being cleansed, legs, knees, calves, feet, toes. The soul chakras are all being deeply and thoroughly cleansed. And all negative energies being disintegrated, extracted, expelled, properly disposed of nearest violet flame salt water now. So be it. So be it. So be it. Just be still, be receptive. Okay. Can slowly come back. Slowly and gently open the eyes. Wiggling the hands and fingers, feet and toes. And slowly and gently making your way back up to a seated position and back to us. Okay. Everyone feeling better? Yes, okay. The people on the call giving a thumbs up. I'm assuming everyone watching also feels better to a certain degree. Okay. So let's we'll do one last thing. We'll just make sure I don't leave you with energy congestion. I want to help you ground a little bit. So I just want to invite you to stand up. I know some of you maybe don't want to stand up. You want to sit in this, but it'll be good for you. So just stand up. Okay. So just massage your face. Just massage the face. Massage the face. Tap the top of the head, going back. Top of the head, going back. Just tap, tap, tap. Coming down, tapping the chest, the stomach area, tap, tap, tap. Tapping the liver on the right. Tapping the spleen on the left. Tap, tap, tap. Tapping the whole abdomen area, just tap, tap, tap. Tapping one of the shoulders, going down. Coming back up on the inside. Tapping the armpit. Tapping the other shoulder, going down. Coming back up on the inside. Armpit. Tapping the mid-back where the kidneys are located. Going down to the low back. Tapping the hips, going around the hips, going down the legs all the way down. Just tap, tap, tap. Coming back up the leg. Going down the other leg, just tap, tap, tap. Coming back up the leg. And just shake the whole body out. Just shake, shake, shake. Okay, and then one last thing. Just be aware of the bottom of your feet, base of your spine. Have your hands facing towards the ground. Imagine light from the base of your spine, bottom of your feet and your hands, going down deep in the earth, about 10 feet down. Either silently or mentally repeat or follow along with me. May Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, good earth, and good people. May Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, rejuvenated, and revitalized. Blessings be to our beloved Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Blessings be to our beloved Mother Earth. Thank you. Okay. You can sit back down if you'd like. Okay, so let's just give thanks, and then I'll stick on the call for the people online that are live. But we'll give thanks, and then I'll just make some quick announcements. Okay, so put your hands over your heart. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, to all the angels of healing, to my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Soyi Lord Mahaka Rinpoche Mei Ling, to our higher souls of divine selves, to Mother Earth. We thank you all for your priceless blessings. Thank you for all that you do. We're so, so grateful. Thank you. With thanks and in full faith, with gratitude, respect, and love, so be it, and so it is. Thank you. Cut. Okay. So just really quick announcements. If you ever want to join these live, I do these every second and fourth Saturdays of the month, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Central Standard. So if you ever want to join these live, I always like to give people who join these live an opportunity to have their problems addressed, anything that's present for you in your life. And oftentimes the topics that we cover in these videos are based off of what people share. So if that's something that interests you, click the links below. If you ever want to get more deeper one-on-one healing, I offer those services as well. And if you're ever in Minneapolis, you ever want to come receive a deeper group healing as well, I offer those. It's cacao sound and pranic healing ceremonies every first and third Fridays of the month from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard. So I would love to connect with you. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this, please comment down below. Tell me what your experience was. Like, subscribe, all the things. Go to Linktree down below, click every link. Thank you. So I'm so grateful for you taking the time, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.